Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 5 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race in Season 2 of the 2025 campaign. It's time for a bit of Kyoto Ring national action in the FXR, which promises to deliver a blend of quick and very technical driving. My name is Eoin Harmon, and I'm delighted to be joined alongside Pete Butcher. So a bit of a swapping of the roles tonight. Pete, how are you feeling?
A bit under the weather, so I'm glad you're taking the helm. Glad to be here.
Yeah, fantastic that you can make it, of course, overcoming a bit of the poorly feelings you've got at the minute. But yeah, the 368th race of all time here in RTFR here on September 30th. So it is a very well run combo, this one. Plenty of experienced heads, I'm sure, have driven the FXR in the past. And indeed, the likes of certainly Gabor. He'll be one to watch tonight, as he always is, and the ability for other drivers to shine could certainly come into play. So we'll check out the combo, the very well known one, I'm sure, as well. So it is a bit of familiarity here in RTFR. So there it is, Kyoto Ring National. We use the first portion of the oval there, oval turn 1, and also turn 4 there in the opposite direction. But we're going clockwise this time, so that will deliver a great start for the drivers. Plenty of time to make space and fight. And then, of course, you have the first chicane, etc. And then the big parabolica there, turn 6. And then a great technical portion of the track to end the lap before you return on the oval. So, Pete, any thoughts about how the drivers should be prepared for tonight?
Well, we're using the the all-wheel drive FXR with its 2-litre turbocharged flat 4. Probably one of the least popular GTR cars out there, but certainly is a technical challenge around a track where all the tyres are going to be screaming by the end of it as the drivers try to muscle this thing around Kyoto National. They're going to have just finished the qualifying session and they're going to be looking forward to the race, but with a bit of trepidation, I think, because 20 laps tonight is going to be a hard sell.
Yeah, that's totally fair. But yeah, certainly the qualifying standings show that the interest in giving this combo a try is reasonably high. So let's take a look at Excellent securing the 50th pole position for the nation of Lithuania tonight. So a very fine achievement for all of our Lithuanian participants throughout the years. And then Liguskas personally, he's tied third of all time with 21 pole positions in his career. Gabor has to watch alongside him on the front row, just about 2 tenths behind. Then the top 10 is TJ, Sidus Unite, Tamuli, Adam Brown. That's what we have to use Adam Brown now to make it clear. It's Adam Brown there in 6th place. Twin Cam 7th, Rony 8th, Hachiroku 9th, and Mosh Makari 10th. On the second column there, we've Mad Jester, Yoni Katila there, Sufor, Timu Soini. We've got Nick 27, Michael Malik, Rayman, Yari Katila, Machik, and then Kepe Lot. And our final page, we've got Steve Martin in 21st position, Sky FA 22nd, and there's a look at Adam Sears, who's a new colleague on the Retro Cup as part of that team. He's decided to give RTFR a go, and I commend him for it. It's 1 entry for him and 1 entry for me. There's your fun fact of the day in the entire history of the league. So he's already matched my tally. Then we've got the historic 100th career start for Lorenzo. He's finally here to give it a good old bash. So well done to Lorenzo for his 100th start. Hermani, Cubs, Friendships, and William are the 28 drivers ready and willing to give this a go as we vote to begin the race.
Yeah, quickly while we're waiting for that, it's Gabba leading the championship, but will he keep that lead? Michael Malik is not looking like he's here tonight, so the gap could go up, in fact, as the race begins, and I hand the mic once again to Eoin for the start. Take it away.
Yeah, gladly. Let's give this an honest go. As always, race green, race clean. And yeah, being on pole position, not a slam dunk advantage here. It's a long way to the first chicane. So let's wish the drivers all the best here. As the 268th Rony's Tuesday Fun Race begins now. Great looking camera angle here. Fantastic launch course with the all-wheel drive. Gabor slots in behind Liguskas, but TJ and Unite have to pair up and decide what they're going to do. Adam representing the SBTV team with the famous livery. He's on the high side with Tamuli on his inside, braking now for the first chicane. Oh, Gabor has to use a bit of the tail whip there just to keep away from any other competitors there. There will be a contact. He's going for the switch on the inside there. The understeer affected Liguskas into turns 4 and 5. A little bit worse there, Pete, but a clean start for the vast majority of drivers.
Yeah, TJ's made a move. He's grabbed third place, I think, up to their P3 ahead of Unite. Adam's starting well as well, with Tamuli alongside him now. And they're going to be going side by side, are they? No. Yes, they are. Tamuli's going for the move on the inside into the sort of chicane here. Very big chicane. And, well, Adam's still got a nose alongside. Adam on the inside for the next left-hander. And he retains the place for now. But that's great battling in the midfield.
Yeah, really respectful, but also firm driving, where you didn't just back out because it was the polite thing to do. You did what was suitable for your own race, and you made the move safely. Now, through the last infield chicane before they return to the oval, and it is Liguskas holding on to his advantage. A few drivers, certainly from 10th to 12th, for example. Marshall McCarry's in a bit of trouble here. He's lost a draft partner, and maybe Matt Jester and Sufor could pick that one for themselves. But there we go. It is lap 1 in Liguskas' favour. Gabor second and TJ third. But yeah, this battle for 10th position looking very tasty.
Yeah, indeed. You've got Sufor in there. Mott McCarry in the middle being pushed up to the high line. And that's Rony, of course, at the back. But yeah, Rony has to fall into line. And Nick is right behind that battle as well. In fact, it wasn't Rony. My apologies. It was Matt Jester running in the green and red livery. So we've got a different battle going on here.
And that's Nick, part of the pair of Scottish drivers that have victories here in OTF4, as Rony also earmarked before the race began. The fact that Adam joined him earlier in the season, back in February, I think it was, that kind of time frame, maybe a bit later. He's now made it 2 Scottish winners in history. Mott McCarry, though, under a lot of pressure from Nick as he goes down the inside. Oh, a bit of contact there. That's going to send him sailing a bit high. So Hachiroku has to cut the grass to stay anywhere competitive. And on his inside, it's Michael Malik. So 4 drivers looking for the optimal line. And Mott McCarry a bit distracted there as Nick defended his honour. And there we go. Fascinating stuff there for top 10 and thereabouts positions, but still the top 3 as you were after lap 2, Pete.
Yeah, incidentally, I said Michael Malik wasn't on the grid, but he is. And he's in second place in the championship and looking to try to close that gap today, but not going so well at the moment. He's there down the order in P15 as we watch Mott McCarry and Nick going at it around the oval. Mott McCarry for Zafralis, Nick for TC Racing, and, well, it looks like Nick's going to try and line him up for a move into the first corner of the infield. No, he's backed out of it. But behind them, it's still Hachiroku and Nick and Magic. Michael side by side in contact.
Yeah, Hachiroku had his nose in the danger zone, and Nick just in front of us here, getting door to door with Mott McCarry, and he's back ahead. So that was really courageous work there by Nick. Mott McCarry has a slipstream, so won't give up whatsoever. He'll head into Parabolica and more contact. Wow, this is definitely no holes barred at the moment, but it's still good that they're facing the right way. Michael Malik would be very interested to see what happens here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's gone up the inside of Adam. He left it late, but it was on, and he went for it, and Adam's given him the space, and he is through Tamuli up to P5 now as they head into the final sector of the lap, and that is Johnny Catilla catching up to the back of Adam at a rate of knots. It's going to have a great slipstream, and Yoni can potentially pick up 2 places here as Adam smashes the wall on the exit of the final corner of the infield, and Yoni's through.
Yeah, he's definitely gaining a chunk of positions already, and the fact that he has given Adam room, it means that Adam can now bump draft him closer to Tamuli. It's all legal in tin top cars, for example. In open wheelers, you would be forbidden from doing that sort of assistance. So Tamuli thought he was in the clear, but Adam has been very teamwork orientated here, and he's helped Yanni out.
Got Majesta going for a move on Sufor. It looked like it was on, but Sufor has the
twin cam understeered there, just in the camera shot now on the right hand side. You can see the green rims on the Born to Race livery, so he just misjudged his entry for turn 4, and then turn 5 was a bit punished. Friendships is out of the race via disconnection, so that's our third driver, I think, who has taken an early exit.
Yeah, Tamuli's making great work of the front of the grid, and he's closing in on Unite, and he's taking Eoin Attila with him. So yeah, Unite is going to be under pressure from the Zafralis man, who took another victory last night in the P1 category in the Retro Cup. Check that out on our YouTube channel if you missed it. It was an exciting affair, and Tamuli cements his place at the top of that championship, and now looking for a P4 in RTFR at Kyoto National in an all very different car, different category of driving this. As Unite goes wide, what's he doing?
Is he letting them through?
Slipstream.
Yeah, he wants a bit of slipstream. He has to time it correctly though, otherwise Yanni, the slight lift of the throttle there, it's just inviting Yanni to catch up as well. So Unite wants to get a bit of aero assistance here. He'll re-overtake Tamuli, and if there's any chance of catching TJ, then he needs a lot more of that sort of passive agreement. And Tamuli doesn't want to play games anymore. He makes the overtake into the second and third chicane there, or turns 2 and 3.
Yeah, and we've got all these 4 together. Unite, Yanni and Adam know each other very well, and they will each want a slice of Tamuli, who is pulling away already. So Unite's now a bit of a cork in the bottle for the guys behind, but Yanni probably stands the best chance of getting through and going up to play with the folks up front. Tamuli's got a lot of work though to catch TJ. There's a big gap. 2 seconds is a lot of time at Kyoto National.
Yeah, there's still plenty of racing still to do. These guys here, it's so important to get these points. To try and be best of the rest, as of course Gabor has that comfortable championship lead. Didn't get to spend very long to look at it, but yeah, definitely Gabor. If he's consistently finishing first or second, then the title is almost certainly going to be his. So it'll be a sweep of the 2025 campaign, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, whatever it is, it's impressive. And Eoin Attila has had an impressive exit from the penultimate corner. He managed to drop Adam quite significantly through the chicane, and has not quite got the slipstream of Unite, as we watch back from Tamuli's car here. Majesta's managed to get past Sufor, has he? They're side by side on the oval. Majesta on the inside then for the next corner, and Sufor drops. Oh no, he's gone very wide, and he's dumped the car at the exit.
No. He might be out of the race there. The car's tilted at an angle on the.
Yeah, he's gone.
He doesn't want to continue. Yeah, so that's a big name gone, and you'll have to hopefully try again for XL next week. Yeah, that's a big mistake, and it's very costly. So yeah, people from 11th upwards, I believe, are now able to inherit that spot. Definitely have to keep working. If you take your eyes off the ball, particularly in the transition from the oval to the infield, then yeah, you will be out of the race.
Yeah, we're right on board here with Rayman as we head towards the end of the lap. Rayman is chasing down Michael Malik, and Tamuli has, he's got himself into all sorts of trouble here. He's lost some time, and Unite is all over him.
Ooh, bit of a slide there. Wow, I don't know how you managed to slide this FXR, to be honest. It is very planted. But he's managed to do it, but at the cost of letting Eoin Attila go by before slipstreaming and bump drafting are now a factor. Be careful of the retaining wall on the inside. I'm sure everyone who's entered a Kyoto 250 500 will be well aware of that wall on the other direction, the anti-clockwise. But now the bump drafting between these Finnish drivers has allowed Eoin Attila through, and he's not going to repay the favour. He's just going to get on with it. bit of handbrake as well to get the car working, and door to door as well between Tamuli and Unite briefly. But it is a thank you and farewell here, as Yanni knows he has to break clear of this pack.
Yeah, 3 Finns all fighting each other. Brilliant stuff, as Adam just had to watch that. He didn't have the slipstream into the infield, so he couldn't get involved yet. But Unite does have another opportunity here to repay the favour to Tamuli. But yeah, it's looking like Yanni has the legs to break away now.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one for a moment. But just at the back for a moment, I see Adam Sears in his Rethink Racing livery has made a gain on Harmon in the last lap, about half a second. It's not going to be a battle just yet, but our broadcast partner, one of our 3 brand new recruits for Retro Cup, full credit for him to give it a try. He's been practicing for hours today, I have to say. He was there for about 3 hours trying to practice, so full credit here to Adam. And let's see if Hermione will give him a fight in just a little bit. But definitely the car is now firmly with Adam Sears, and he's driving very well now.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up a sim and get fast, especially with drivers who are so used to the game, as Adam has caught back up to Unite and is going to give him a bit of a battle into turn 2. Let's see.
Back off. Yeah, he's
staying
back
behind.
off.
Yeah, pushing him around, just trying to keep this battle alive. But Yanni and Tamuli, they're on another league today. They're out front and pulling away. Speaking of out front, it's Lagutskas, isn't it, for Yes Motorsports leading the way, but Gabba is only 4 tenths behind now.
Yeah, so you can tell them apart. I know these are GT2 Challenge liveries, but the green stripe on Gabor's car is the giveaway to tell that it's him. He has never had the lead today. It's been Lagutskas from minute 1 from lights out. It's his best chance so far. If we look at the lap times, Lagutskas has been slightly better, but definitely the previous lap was very encouraging for Gabor. That's really good stuff. And Rony is through on Unite. So Unite is sinking
Unite has an error.
like a stone here. This is very, very worrying.
Well, I don't know what happened. Rony's come out of nowhere seemingly. So Unite's had a tangle with Adam, and Unite's got very, very hot tyres. Chris tells us. So that is another thing to watch out for. Yeah, Unite's dropping off. We said the tyres might be tricky, and lap 8, and Unite's feeling it. Lagutskas is
has he damaged the
wide.
engine? He has a red engine warning light on his display. Of course, that's not final in terms of how bad it is, but to be have anything worse than yellow, even without a percentage, that's very bad. He's been overheating the engine.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's down 5% from original spec, and Mad Jester and Twin Cam are probably stunned what they're seeing, and Twin Cam makes another overtake there as Rony is well ahead, but Mad Jester in Rony's colours has now lost a bit of momentum there, allowing Unite back ahead for just a brief moment before the power discrepancy helps Mad Jester back ahead.
Yeah, well, another disappointing afternoon for Nico, but we switch our attention to the front, where Lagutskas is driving so defensively. Out of every single corner, he's going wide to make sure Gabba gets no slipstream. You're going to see it here again through this little kink. Lagutskas is going to go to the right. Is he? No. He's thinks he's far enough ahead this time. He isn't. It's 0.3 of a second. This is a critical window, and Gabba could be close enough for a slipstream hero, and this could be it.
Absolutely, Pete. It's 0.3 of a second. That is definitely a window to slipstream, but Lagutskas cleverly, perhaps for that brief moment, went up to the middle of the banking, so Gabor didn't get all of the slipstream. He's going to get a lot of it now. You can see his onboard camera shot over the shoulder. He's getting closer and closer. The lap 10 just begins now, and again Lagutskas with a wider apex entry there, which means Gabor can't get fully alongside, but he's going deep before returning to the usual racing line. But it's so close now.
Yeah, this is really close, and TJ is right there as well, and he's probably going to end up involved in this at some point, because the top 2 are so evenly matched that they will start taking time out of each other, as we pan to Motama Kari and Hachiroku making contact.
Yeah, good thing Hachiroku lifted there to allow Mosh McCarry to correct the slide there. It was definitely Hachiroku's responsibility to make that overtake. It wasn't good enough, so he backs off. We've now got Stephen Martin versus Lorenzo, and last time I was looking at these guys, Lorenzo was in front, so Stephen Martin has made that overtake earlier on in the race, but Lorenzo would be very appreciative if he could have that position back, and Stephen Martin will have absolutely none of that, but using a quicker exit, perhaps drifting a little bit with the understeer. Stephen Martin holds on for now, but Lorenzo celebrating his 100th start today, having a good time with Stephen.
Yeah, good to see battles up and down the grid. And newsflash, Gabba has ruined it. Gabba's ruined his exit out of the infield. He's hit the wall, and that has allowed TJ immediately to capitalise. So instead of it being the Gutskas and Gabor fighting, it's TJ and Gabba now, as TJ is a nose ahead, and this is perfect for the Gutskas. Or is it? Because these two could work together.
Well, he'll hope that TJ won't cooperate with Gabor, but I'm sure these two, they know their way around this series and the game in general, so they know if they can have a scrap
fighting
here. Yeah, they're having a fight, but if they sign a sort of peace treaty, then yeah, they have a chance to compete for the race win. But the Gutskas, he will use this brief advantage that he has to try and pull clear, but it won't be much longer. I don't think he will be under pressure again. So yeah, this battle for the win is just going to get hotter and hotter.
Oh, this is fantastic. They are all drawing closer together. We are going to have a three-way fight for the lead, it looks like. Gabba has found a bit of time somewhere, and we see all of the top three in the same camera shot as they come up to the final sector for the 11th time. We are over halfway through the race now, and we still have half to go, just about. So buckle up and fasten your seatbelts, because this is going to be phenomenal.
Gabor's on a tear on this lap, a 1 minute 4.5, so whether or not that's a fastest lap range, I couldn't confirm yet, but it is an excellent split time, and he won't get a perfect slipstream again here as the Gutskas tries to use a bit of gamesmanship, but he's now fully aware what's going to happen next. Gabor bump drafts him instead. He wants to try and get away from TJ again, so there's your gratitude, TJ. You had to do what you had to do, but he's already gone.
Yeah, TJ has been served there. A sad face in the chat from TJ as well. I'm not surprised. Gabba pushing the Gutskas away, and he's messed it up again. He's messed the entry up a lot there,
yeah,
so it's going to be
good.
Newton's cradle.
Yeah, so hell hath no fury like a TJ scorn here. If he feels like Gabor should have helped him out, he's now going to feel his wrath. But yeah, we still have plenty of time to go, so nothing too reckless just yet. Mosh McCarry doing his best to hang on here, in fairness. In the middle of this pack, Mosh McCarry is the furthest ahead with Unite, trying to overcome engine problems. He has done a bit better with the tires, but every time there's a straightaway, Unite is doomed. There's just no way back, so he has to try and corner with that disadvantage to try and break a bit later and make moves. And now let's check out our battle for 21st position now, Pete.
Yeah, Adam Sears has closed the gap to Hermani to less than a second. It was close at the first complex of corners, but it's opened up a bit now as Adam Sears, can he get his first on-stream overtake? We'll have to see. He is catching him, but we'll have to pick him up later on. The top three are separated again by 7/10 of a second to Gabba, and a further, 4/10 back to TJ at the last sector line. So it's ebbing and flowing at the front. This is a strange race where it seems like the second anybody gets close to one another, they sort of explode apart again. So an interesting dynamic.
Late on the brakes there by Sears. So I was just watching that battle for a bit longer, but now he's managed to slow it down correctly, but it will allow Hermani away. Top three battle carries on, of course. So TJ still in with a fair chance. His best lap has just been completed at 1 minute 35.8, which is about 6/10 slower than the best time from the Gutskas all race long. So Gabor, he'll have to try and figure out what to do in the middle of the field here. if TJ feels hard done by, that he didn't want to work with him any longer, will there be a three-way scrap to the line, or will TJ and Gabor suddenly work together again to unsettle the Guskas?
Well, I'm not just saying this, but I think the Gutskas might be slowing down deliberately, to put it delicately.
That's fair, yeah.
I think he wants to fight, so yeah, he wants to give it to the others, and I like that. So let's have it.
Yeah, let's bring it on. Lap 14 will begin shortly. But again, Laguskas a bit more aggressive this time, I will say. He's going to enter the apron a bit quicker there before Gabor's coming. So he's going to give him a big bump now. So TJ again, that's so frustrating to see for his point of view. As Gabor crosses into 1:35.4 territory. That's Gabor's best lap of the race so far. And it's PB by Yoni Katil as well in P4. So despite having no draft partners, Yoni is looking very quick himself.
Yeah, he is, and he's closing in. It's only 3.5 seconds to our race leaders. Lagutskas, if he gives away any more time, might make this a four-way battle in the last 5 laps. Tall order, but you know, we've seen weirder things happen, haven't we?
Oh, we certainly have. Yes, we have. But yeah, the battle just it shows no sign of stopping, and that's a mistake for Matt Jester. He is by himself there out of turn 5, so no drivers could take advantage, nor would they have been given a nasty surprise as the SGR car rejoins the circuit as quickly as he could. So yeah, that's all okay. Damage, it's very minimal, I will say. Just maybe the engine took a little bit of a knock by the revs getting very high there. So hopefully Mad Jester is okay. Looking backwards here from Laguskas' bumper. Gabor already commits to hug the apron. Laguskas is not actually taking the corner himself, so he may want to concede position to Gabor here. Yet new leader, it's Gabor, but Laguskas now right in the slipstream, and now to bump. Let's witness what could happen next, with TJ just waiting 0.3 of a second behind. Laguskas conceding the lead here, Pete, but he's now got to try and win it back somehow. He's not going to do it here, though.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be back on, but Gabba is through, and TJ is trying to look at Laguskas as well already.
Yeah, he was arrowed on that apex there. He was willing to straight line it until it was fully slowed down, so he didn't want to try going on the high line there and cutting inside. So very interesting move there from TJ, and no harm done. But Gabor is the new race leader. Has he timed his move appropriately, though? Could be a little bit too early if the Guskas can keep up with him. But yeah, Gabor, the championship leader, he's not going to show any mercy whatsoever.
Yeah, but now it's TJ's turn to push the Gutskas around the oval and make, well, and to give himself the opportunity to take P1 in this race. I would be surprised if TJ doesn't, if he's given the opportunity, but the Gutskas looks close enough to Gabba to try and do it again himself, actually. He's had a great end to the lap.
This is really impressive now. To have the split times very, very close in the 1:04s there, that is incredible. Gabor not going to allow Laguskas any slipstream for free. He's got to come and take it. Let's compare lap times now. They should be a bit more equal now without the influence of the bump draft. And it's advantage Gabor there, 1:35.3. And Rony versus Twin Cam now. There's a bit of slipstreaming for you. And on the high line, there goes the Born to Race driver now. Can he get back inside though? Oh, Rony has to lift. But Twin Cam can't take the line for definite until now.
Yeah, it's great stuff. There's a couple of other battles going on. We've got Steve Martin fighting with Lorenzo as well out there on track.
Still going.
Twin Cam does have the measure for now of Rony. Sears, unfortunately, just caught it there. Has had a sorry end to his first race on stream. Unlucky. Fair play.
Yeah.
But that has ended in a suboptimal way for him.
Yeah, certainly hope he's gonna enjoy what he got out of the experience and try again next time. So he'll be a 2-time RTFR entrant to overtake my record of 1.
I think his G25 is going to be out the window, Owen, but we'll see how he gets on once he puts it back together tomorrow. Stephen Martin, yeah, as I mentioned before, was closing into Lorenzo again, but the gap has opened up, and that does mean that pretty much the closest battle on track is for the lead. We still have a 3-way fight with 5 laps to go, soon to become 4 laps to go as the drivers cross start finish. But right now, it's Gabba leading ahead of Lagutskas, TJ, and Eoin Attila is, well, just a touch too far away, I think, to affect the podium at this stage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his tactics were for qualifying, but maybe he preferred the idea of fighting it out from about 9th or 10th place, I think it was, and earning his keep. But yeah, he has to lap extraordinarily fast if he wants to somehow win the race, but you can't rule it out necessarily. Again, the top 3 drivers are just so good here, getting mid-29s all for each other. And now Steve Martin with a new personal best lap there, better than his qualifying showing by quite some margin with that slipstream benefit on the inside of Lorenzo. Here's the helicopter cam. It's not done just yet. Lorenzo has a chance, but now into turn 2. Steve Martin takes 17th place, and now to turn 4, they'll exit. And that confirms the re-overtake for Steve Martin. Lorenzo got him back once. He has to do it one more time to make sure he can finish 17th on his century of starts.
Yeah, it's a milestone.
A bit late on the entry there. He's a little bit twitchy, but it's okay.
Did Rony confirm ahead of the race whether Lorenzo would in fact beat Mandula to 100 race starts? Has that happened?
Yeah, it has happened, yeah. And Mandula can confirm in Twitch chat.
There we go. Mandula is still yet to make his 100th start. Lorenzo pips him to it and is in a good fight here with Steve again as he heads to the outside line. Steve on the inside for the final few corners. And Lorenzo is just going to try and slipstream him around the oval. Well, actually, it looks like he's trying to get past before they get onto the oval, and will in fact succeed.
My goodness, that's not the typical pass there, so well done to Lorenzo. Martin was cooperative. He didn't want to shove Lorenzo into the outside wall, but there's a good reason for that. It's because he's got the slipstream straight back, and he'll retake 17th for now, but Lorenzo has a chance for himself to have a bit of deja vu with 3 laps to go for the leaders as well.
Yeah, they're going to fall into a rhythm now, and it's going to be the last corner dash that we'll have to pick up as we witness. TJ is now properly dropping back from the lead fight. The gap is over a second, and the Lagutskas is struggling actually to catch Gabba at this point, as we've got Hachiroku and Moto McElroy side by side through Parabolica.
That's Hachiroku ahead, so Moto McElroy has to figure out what he can do on the straights to try and make a pass. It's a bit risky here, but yeah, just to note, of course, Unite, he's been struggling, so he has to push as hard as he can. And now Magic in the BMW livery.
Gabba's let Lagutskas through. Sorry, Gabba went very wide into the final corner. So yeah, these two are just having fun, so we should watch some actual racing somewhere else. Now everyone seems to have spread out again, but yeah, Steve Martin has found Magic now to play with, having lost a bit of time. Yeah,
Magic is doing a fabulous job now. He's kind of emerged from the shadows and he's made a great overtake, so Steve Martin having a slightly worse lap this time, but yeah, Magic is ahead, and Unite on the straightaways is going to be in great danger of being caught, so Unite he has to give it all he's got, where the car still has a bit of energy about it to survive in 16th place. Otherwise it could be a 19th place finish if he's not careful.
Yeah, while everyone else is pushing for every position they can get, our leads two are quite literally playing with each other and enjoying their race in their own way as TJ struggles to catch up. It must be so annoying to watch that happen out front and just be unable to convert, well, the pace you have into the lead battle. But Eoin Attila still P4 for Tamuli there, P5. A great effort from Tamuli again. He's really, really mixing it with the top guys recently.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, this is excellent stuff from Tamuli in recent weeks. So let's begin the journey to the final lap. Laguskas has regained that lead that Gabor briefly took. So yeah, I'm afraid it was just a little bit too soon for Gabor to pull clear. Laguskas' lead is 0.6 of a second, rounding up, I suppose, to 7, and that's because he's been brilliant on this lap. At 1 minute 35.04 is a new fastest lap, and that is absolutely sensational. TJ and Yannick Attila have to just watch and big hits on the curb from both cars. The allure of victory is perhaps distracting him a little bit, and TJ, he needs a lot more than that if he wants to get the win from absolutely deep in stoppage time, I suppose you could say. But that was just the first real lapse of concentration after Laguskas' fastest lap.
Yeah, Laguskas was trailing the brakes out of Parabolica, which can only mean one thing. We're going to get a side-by-side battle for the lead as these two decide which of them is going to win. Maybe neither of them, and TJ will get it, who knows. But Gabba to the outside for the third to last, and we have got a scrap on our hands for the finish in this one. Neither of them want the win.
Well, we've had this before with Twin Cam, and he refused to be handed a victory without being the rightful winner. But TJ, I don't know what he's going to be thinking here. High speeds on the oval, over 250 kilometers an hour. There's going to be a big debate now. Gabor has the final chance to win the race. Laguskas goes on the apron. Is he going to concede the victory? Oh, Rony, we'll have to watch this on the replay. The momentum is now with Gabor. Gabor could win it. No, there's too much weaving. There's too much weaving. They're having a great old time.
Oh no, he's on the brakes.
Laguskas brakes. Oh, dear
fantastic.
Me. Well, yeah, there you have it now.
Steve.
700 of a second. That's wide for Unite, and that's 19th. That's the dreaded 19th for Unite, or 18th.
Yeah, I've got a three-way fight here for P15. Sorry to cut across you there, Eoin, but yeah, here we go. To the line, we've got another big fight. Lorenzo's leading Magic. Just about got over what happened at the front, but there we go.
Peaking at the right time. Perhaps it's Magic against his teammate Lorenzo. He's got a nose in front, but he has to be even better than that. No, so close. So close. It comes down to a tie.
Magic's got it.
It's a tie. It may need human verification. It might need a human review to say who got that position for real.
Chris will get us the photo finish, and we will bring that to you just as soon as we can. But what a race at the end there. Neither of the top two wanted to give the to take the win for themselves, seemingly, but it was Laguskas in the end who will take the lead and take the win in round 5 of season 2 in 2025. Eoin, brilliant calls tonight and great racing.
Yeah, you're most welcome, Pete. I hope you'll be feeling a bit better soon. But yeah, a bit of RTFR is a great remedy, I think, to soothe any flu or cough or anything like that. So Laguskas gets the victory by the bit of banter at the end there. So the 7 hundredths of a second is not totally representative, but he's going to milk everything he can out of this moment. He's going to go right to the middle of pit lane and then to the platform for the podium celebrations, and Gabor can just watch beside him as well before he takes his rightful place. So results are as follows, of course. Laguskas is the winner with Gabor second. TJ was very, very brave as well to try and keep up with those guys, just coming up short in the end. Yannick Attila made a lot of places up there to finish 4th, with Tamuli 5th. Adam Brown there in 6th position ahead of Twin Cam, Rony, Mad Jester and Hachiroku. Then we've got Mosh Makari 11th, Nick in P12, Rayman, Michael, Timu Soini 13th through 15th, Magic, Lorenzo, Stephen Martin, Sidus Unite and Yari Katila are the top 20. The final classified driver there in 21st position is Hermani, who did give Adam Sears a bit of an introduction to RTFR racing before, unfortunately, the debutant ended up on his side out of the race for Rethink Racing. Cubs, Sufor, Skyefa, and Friendships were all long gone in the race, so unfortunately didn't get to see very much of them tonight, I'm afraid.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings to a close the action here. We are waiting for the photo finish, which we'll bring to you in just a moment's time. If you might tell everyone what's coming up in RTFR in a few weeks.
Yeah, by all means. So on the combination in 2 weeks' time, we've got the mod. It's a bit of an unusual mod, more of a humble road car. I'd have to double check what it is. So let me find that for you. Yeah, it's the Prodigy all-wheel drive at Fern Bay Rallycross Reverse. So that's going to be a lot of fun in the regular RTFR, the 369th edition on October 14th. And then XL should be coming as well. Was picked. That was picked last month when Gabor had the ability to make his selection. It's the FO8 at Aston National. So that'll be our broadcast this time. Yes, here we are. So Lorenzo is actually the winner by a nose. So yeah, the LFS. They got marked at the same frame for the finish, but Lorenzo, his nose is ahead. So that's a bit of a recount. So Lorenzo has the claim to P16 in the end. So yeah, that will now be corrected by Rony. I'm sure he'll have that evidence to say Lorenzo was the correct choice in that battle. But yeah, it was really good fun there between the teammates. So yeah, I was rambling on a little bit there, but yeah, that was the critical evidence that we needed to judge for real who got 16th.
Thank you very much, Eoin, and thanks everyone for watching. We've been Sim Broadcasts, Eoin Harmon and myself, Peter Butcher, in the commentary box alongside Chris McElroy in the background, giving us all the good stuff so we can get you all the information you need to enjoy the broadcast from the comfort of your own home. Yeah, that's all from us for tonight. Thanks to the drivers and thanks to the viewers, of course, for watching on Twitch and YouTube. Drop us a like, drop us a subscription or a follow, whatever you want to do to support us would be absolutely marvellous. And from all of us here, to all of you, have a great night. We'll see you at the next one. Goodbye.
So long.